go. Okay. Well, good evening and welcome to the Muse in Lafayette, Colorado. And for folks who are tuning in from remote locations, welcome, especially my friends on the East Coast. Glad you're here, tuning in. We got an international audience, perhaps, tuning in. So, yeah, make a lot of noise, guys, so you're heard across the country. All right. Thanks so much. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. She was just 5, she cut off all her hair, ran up the hills just to dance through the air. Oh, they say she was different, but the fire burned inside her. She grew up too fast, though the world pushed her to it. Couldn't go back, she would learn to live through it. Oh, they say she forgets. The fire burned inside her. Then she married a man. It was a high-speed affair. Gave her his heart, and they danced through the air. Oh, they say she get restless, but the fire burned inside her. All the fire we'll do and nobody can. Fills up the soul, burns in her hands. She work harder, run faster. Heed the command of the fire. She still runs off the hills right to this very day. Hair is grown longer, it's the color of flame. Ah, then they say it's storm-born, but the fire burns inside her. Oh, the knows that this one hell of a ride. Oh, they say the boat's crazy. The fire. So here is the lesson from this simple song. May you be who you are. May you prove them all wrong. Thank you so much. Written by my friend Jane Chase, Beatty, whatever. Jane in Baltimore, co-founder of the Baltimore Songwriters Association. And let's find out which were the tuners here. Mateo, how's that guitar volume? Is it too much? It's a little bit. I'll bring it down a little bit? Okay.
We tune because we care.
Yeah, not all bands tune, you know? So. In a meeting of recovering bucolic songwriters, saw you in the corner. Like a Pied Piper, my jaw went slack, then my mouth went mute. Dressed in a prairie skirt, combat boots, used to hide my feelings, swept them under the rug. Like an old appliance with a faulty plug, you made me come out. No longer felt the pain. You were a candle, I became quite a flame. Pay no mind to what the neighbors think. You're like wine for me, another drink. My open heart story is on public view, and I don't care if I get caught loving you. Holding hands under the diner table, stealing kisses whenever we were able. No longer lonely, nor misunderstood. Hiding out in accepting neighborhoods and anonymous motel rooms, Western Maryland, making noise like kids on New Year's Eve, banging on the pots and pans. We tried to do everything, ever so discreetly, till our pictures appeared in the alternative weekly. What the neighbors think. Your love's like wine, for me another dream. My open heart story is on public view, and I don't care if I get caught loving you. Take it, Paul. Going back to where we've been before. Won't live with Catholic or Jewish guilt anymore. Open up the window, throw open the blinds. We don't need no stinking love potion number 9. Pay no mind to what the neighbors think. Your love's like wine, from another drink. My open heart story is on public view, and I don't care if I get caught loving you. Thanks so much. Gosh, music is fun, right? Can be. That was written soon after I formed this Baltimore Songwriters, and that was inspired by some of the people I saw there, and start of a new relationship that we were trying to keep under wraps, but you realize, well, maybe it doesn't matter. Just let love out. Let love rule, as some people say. You're also going to see, you're going to hear some recurring themes tonight. Clothing, sartorial choices are often a theme in my song. Hugs are another song, another theme. And so if you hear hugs or something, feel free to like take a drink or turn it a drinking game. Yeah. Speaking of which, now I got to switch guitars. After I went and tune that one. Now it's ready. It's ready for next time. I haven't named my guitars in a while, so if people want to name, maybe I should come up with a name for this guitar. Steve? No, it's good.
Not Paul, we already have two Pauls.
Yeah, we got two. Oh, I should quickly introduce, because I'll introduce them again, but to quickly introduce the band, that's Paul Christopherson on drums tonight. And Norm Strassner on bass. And because you're such a special audience, Norm brought two basses tonight. I mean, so again, keep score on that. And you did buy your scorecards, right?
My wife's here. Honey, I need more basses.
Oh no. We missed it. That was a good on that one. You can get your bass at the fish market for sure. All right, this song I wrote during the pandemic. I did write at least 3 or 4 songs during the pandemic, but this one was related to the pandemic, even though now it's hopefully in the past. Imagine yourself of, some months ago. I hope it wasn't bad for you. And yeah. I'm doing this. Okay. Yeah. So, what was I going to say? The pandemic. Thank you. Yeah. So I decided to make a list of things I missed. And so imagine in your minds things that you missed during the past year and a half. And this is what I missed. There's a lot of things I miss since this pandemic hit. Meals with family and friends, all the concerts we used to attend. Smelling the new perfume of botanic gardens in bloom. And how I miss hugging you. Oh, how I miss hugging you. In the cold ink of winter nights, looking for the hope of your searchlight. I look for tomorrow, less and less every day, seems to bring me more darkness. In times like these, I need your smile to sink in your arms and forget for a while. Oh, how I miss hugging you. Thanks. And I snuck an article of clothing in their shoes. So they just happen. Of course, after I went through all the trouble tuning this guy, now I'm going to retune it. So, I know some of you may have heard of forest bathing. Has anybody been out forest bathing? You do wear clothes for that, I hope. Okay, good. You don't want to scare people on the trail if you come across somebody. So what I'd like you to do is imagine you're out on this hike. It's a solo hike, right? And maybe you're going through this ancient forest. Anybody ever been to the Pacific Northwest or even the West Coast through some of those old growth trees? All kinds of things can happen there out on the trail when you're out there by yourself, just you and the trees, right? And they say trees can communicate, right? There's a secret life of trees. I know the aspen are talking to each other all the time. I don't think they're talking about John Denver, but they're talking about something. I know aspen are. So we're going to take you into the forest on this song.
Try not to get lost.
Yeah, feel free to close your eyes and just let the imagery take you. Park the car, cross the road, stepped into the woods. The girth of the trees told me this was an old neighborhood. Spruce and redwood and firs filtered the sun's rays. Felt like I was walking in primordial days. When you're alone in the forest, time changes pace. No longer surrounded by the sounds of the human race. Sweet smell of cedar opened up my heart. So I walked up to a tree and touched its bark. I hugged a tree. Yes, I hugged a tree. Call me crazy, but I believe it. Talk to me. I closed my eyes and I felt its heartbeat. A strange calm came over me as I heard it speak. That sap on my trunk is really my tears. 'Cause I've been waiting for you for 3 said you gotta turn off that cynical part of you. Here in the church of the forest, you're in the first pew. Gotta take care of our earth. It's the only one that we have. And take care of each other when times get bad. So I'll hug more than trees. I'll hug you if you please. It's not crazy to love unconditionally. You can hug trees. You can always hug me. Thanks. It's called The Tree in Me. All right, that was written in Olympic National Park, and so now we'll move down the coast a little bit, and I want to take you to Yosemite National Park. And in Yosemite, there was a couple in 1907. They were called the Currys, and they formed a camp. It was called Camp Curry. And in that camp, they wanted to educate people and take them on hikes. And then in the evening, they would sit around and do a song circle. And Aaron Mark came in a couple years ago and wanted to rename Camp Curry. And I thought that was terrible to take away these people's legacy. So I wrote a song that's sort of like, imagine an advertisement for Camp Curry from 1907. What would that sound like? It's more than a jingle, so it lasts longer than 30 seconds. But imagine this is a commercial for Camp Curry in 1907, when a train actually could take you there. And be on the lookout, there might be a hug in the song. So hug somebody. I guess take a drink or hug somebody anytime you hear that. Rich folks stay so comfortably at hotels like the Iwancio. Butlers at their beck and call. If they need anything at all. But if you ain't got that do-re-mi to spend the night in Yosemite, don't worry, I know a perfect place for you. Just $2 for $1 million view. Hurry on down to Camp Curry. Bring your hiking boots and your ukulele. Hurry on down to Camp Curry. We'll sing with the trees in the breeze. We'll greet you with hugs, of course. When you step off that iron horse, canvas tent on soon out. You'll find it's a campus time alive. Hurry on down to Camp Curry. Bring your hiking boots happy, friendly little joint. At the base of Glacier Point, campus tents and there's nice cots. You'll find bits of campers campsite. Yeah, hurry on down to Camp Curry. Bring your hiking boots and your ukulele. Hurry on down to Camp Curry. We'll sing with the trees in the breeze. After the firefall's gone, Camp Curry will live on in the warmth of every California dawn. And this ever grateful song. Hurry on down to Camp Curry. Bring your hiking boots and ukulele. Hurry on down to Camp Curry. We sing with the trees in the breeze. Bring your ukulele. Thanks. I hope the Curry people are hearing that wherever they might be in spirit land.
Hold on. Oh, man. Oh, technical difficulties.
All right, we'll get Norm there in a minute. For folks who came in late, thank you for coming. There is free zucchini bread of the regular and gluten-free variety. Please enjoy a slice on me and Ian Anderson. There's a song coming that will relate to it. For this next song, I thought I might have done a costume change, but unfortunately, yeah, I can't even do a wardrobe malfunction, let alone a costume change. So. Close enough for ukulele then. All right, this was inspired by someone I happened to see at a diner, and then I saw again and again, and kind of wrote a song about this fella. So, first met in a diner in Arvada. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Joe in a diner, he was enjoying his meal. I noticed his smile right away, but there was something surreal. Joe's a nice fella, in spite of his clothes. You see, he wears pajamas wherever he goes. He does things in his own way, simple sense of style, shows how far you can go when you wear a warm smile. Now ladies at the library perk up at his side. They made a special section full of books that he likes. Though it's way before nightfall, you'll see him skipping down the lane, sporting his jammies, but he's got nothing to explain. Does things in his own way, a simple sense of style, shows how far you can go when you wear a warm smile. And I'm not sure he knows the difference between day and night clothes. Sometimes I wonder, maybe it's my mind that's closed. You see, Joe's only 2 years old. Let him enjoy his time. The day will come soon enough when he has to leave his PJs behind. Oh, what a comfortable world this could be if we could spend all day, I think we did in the pandemic, in our jammies and do things in our own way. A simple sense of style shows how far you can go when you wear a warm smile. When you wear a warm smile. Oh, it was a smiling bow there. Thanks. Oh, really? Go Poppy.
Oh, my 5 grandchildren are in town, so they're watching. Hi, guys.
That means we have 5 viewers out there. Oh. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you so much for coming. I'm trying to think if it's time for any prop waving yet. Not yet, but feel free to wave props at any time. I saw my my great friend put on the crown. Tammy, you can do it again if you want. This might be appropriate for this song if you want to wear a crown. Yeah. Because I think you should feel free to dress as you like and express yourself. So my opening song was about being yourself, and we're going to continue that with this one. And now I realize I'm going to have to retune. So I'm going to... So let's... Do you remember any of your bass jokes now?
Well, while he does that, I was going to do a bass solo, but I'd rather you stay here instead. Our songs total about 20 minutes, but with the tuning, it's 2 hours. So relax.
Thanks, Norm. If the clothes you wear don't fit the way you feel anymore, if the colors in your closet are as dull as a stockroom floor, give them away. You don't have to hang on to threads that don't last. You're too precious to this life so downcast. If you don't want a pink slip, you can skirt the laws of fashion nowadays. Break the ties that conform you, lead your own parade. Find a new way. Be what is true, because the revolution, it begins inside of you. If the language that you use doesn't match the thoughts you think, you're stuck around in circles in your mind, don't know the ring. kick off your shoes, find a grass paved path, add a few chapters to your earthly epitaph. The road you choose is the key to your journey's end. Make it a good one, even after building yourself a leg. Find a new way. Feel what is true. Because revolution, it begins inside you. Find a new way. Feel what is true. Because the revolution, it begins inside of you. Find a new way. I live for moments when I get goosebumps listening to music. What happens when you're playing it, that is like gold. And I got 'em. It's thanks to you, your energy coming at me. Thank you. The energy you're filling this room with, as well as us. Thank you so much. That's the first song on my first album, and I guess it's on Spotify and Pandora for you kids out there. But there's also download cards back there, and tonight everything, my albums and the download cards are just pay what you like. Take some music home, okay? It's okay. You can do it. And I blasted that one, so I'll set this one up. This one was. I had started a song, I was playing it for years, and my wife Anita, who is hopefully watching from home, we're going to watch the recording, she said, those are the wrong words for that song. So she wrote new words for it, came up with a whole new song based on the words in the story. So we're going to take you down to Louisiana, to the bayou. How many people been there? Louisiana, yeah? And I'm not talking, the New Orleans, streets of New Orleans with broken beer bottles. We're talking the bayou out there. Swamp, and you got those big cypress trees. I haven't hugged a cypress tree. Have you? I don't. There's probably snakes on it. So if you're gonna hug a cypress tree, do it with caution. Just to let you know, I don't want people getting out there and hurting themselves because they heard me ask them to do that. All right. Nature, and then Prince to PhD, he never left the swamp, no need for riches or fame. That is why the children gave him his nickname, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. He never was no ordinary man, he was a creature of the water. Skin And I'm on relocation home. Crawdaddy, 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 yeah. You go down to Thibodeau to uncover the legend of Black Bottom Joe. There are mysteries that still haven't come to light. Follow the fascinating rhythm, Joe fiddles through the night. The swamp is not as gloomy as you think it might be. Just might find peace of mind, his family. Crawdaddy, yeah, crawdaddy, crawdaddy, yeah. Down in the swamp, crawdaddy. Thanks to the wonderful Nita Paul, who's let me sing her song. All right, we're almost to where you can raise your zucchini bread high. But first, another food song. This is a sad story. It's a sad food story. Yeah. One morning, I walked out in my neighborhood, and my favorite place in the neighborhood had burned to the ground. And it's left a big hole in my life. So the only thing that's left to do is to write this song. Stepped out of the house, there was smoke in the neighborhood. Smelled like burnt timber, I knew that wasn't good. But there was also something, sugar in the wind. Found out a donut store, I come to its end. Turned the corner to see burnt Bismarck's in a mound. There was nothing left but cold, cold coffee ground. My eyes glazed over, could it be a dream? Then I heard a cop crying, looking at all those Krispy Kremes. Took the donuts away. Ooh, ooh, took the donuts away. Now who could have done this? Was it voodoo? Or maybe sugar snobs who prefer tiramisu? Maybe fat free radicals and a pyromaniac? Or munchkin staging some kind of revolutionary attack? Who took the donuts away? Took the donuts away. Right the dead and down more day. Ah, the dead on my day. But I took the bottom, but the bit in on my Tell me who took the donuts? Who took the donuts away? Now there's a hole in my life where donuts used to be. The future looks crummy, no pastries in my tummy. If I can't find a place to crunch a cruller every day, all my world will crumble. I'll just fritter away. Took the donuts away. Took the donuts away. I got all the words in. Oh. Uh-oh. Amber, somebody took the donuts. That's the donut alert, I think. I guess we'll wait for that to pass. I'll make sure I'm in tune. That is on my latest album. It's got a really fun backup singers who swing it, and there's great jazz fiddler, Julie Hayes, plays on that. Okay, so this is my parody song that's also on the new album. And it was inspired because my friend who played flute, they would come up and say, "Whoa, play some Jethro Tull." And I said, "Well, what Jethro Tull would you want to play?" I asked my flute player friend, Bill, and he said, "Well, Locomotive Breath." I'm like, okay. I started working on the words, and I was kind of like, it's not me. I just couldn't get behind the words. I started changing a few, and that wasn't working. And then one day, at work, where people put stuff on the free table, there was a giant zucchini, like baseball bat size. Have you seen those before? They're working underneath the leaves. There's only one thing that you can do with that zucchini. There's a problem in my garden that I face with dread. The squash, they were hiding in their leafy spread. All up behind the vine in the garden bed is a monster looking. So it's time for zucchini bread. Zucchini bread. Slice it up with a grater. Send it to the mixing bowl. Add some eggs and flour. And it's no casserole. Pour it into a bread pan. Bake it through 50 degrees. Oh, I tame this monster. Yeah, it's time for zucchini bread. You can sing it, yeah. Like zucchini bread. Zucchini bread. 60 minutes later, time to pull out the knife. Sure, I'll let it cool some, 'cause I listen to my wife. Oh, I can pour some butter on it, but eat it as it is. I'm the monster at the table when it's time for zucchini bread. Zucchini bread. Zucchini bread. I can hear you. Zucchini bread. Zucchini bread. Zucchini bread. We almost had a drum solo there. That was a mini drum solo. Paul Christopherson, thanks. Ah. All right, the guys are going to leave me for a minute, I think. I'm going to do a couple solo numbers. Damn it, might just do one. I'm going to do one solo number. And this is your other prop on the table. One of the first Harbinger. Sorry, I'm from Baltimore. We say things in crazy ways. One of the first harbingers of spring is the forsythia. And they come out, and it's just, spring is here. It's going to be okay, And so that's what inspired this song. But I also thought of, what if Forsythia was a woman, right? What would she do? What would she look like? So here it is. Fall became a souvenir. You slept through Christmas and New Year's Day. You awoke wearing just your charm, flowered bracelets on your legs and your arms, golden bells. And I wanna wake up every morning with the clouds still sleeping and the dawn comes sleeping. I wanna wake up with my sunshine girl. The blouse is like a lemon zest. You always bring out the best in me. You warm me like a Florida day and chase away all my gray when you shine, shine on me. And I wanna wake up every morning with the clouds still sleeping and the dawn comes sleeping. I wanna wake up with my sunshine girl. Now when spring is over, your flowers are on the clover. You put on the gown of leafy green. I see you dance through summer with the wind and the children who wander in your shade. Up every morning with the clouds still sleeping and the dawn comes sleeping. I wanna wake up with my sunshine girl. Thanks so much. Usually my song titles don't hide. That's called Sunshower Girl, and it's on the Ella's Umbrella album, which was the duo that we called me and Nita, or Nita and I. English is a second language for me. I'm from Baltimore. You got to understand. Look at the time. I think we'll bring the guys back up. That was a real quick mini set. I'm sorry, man. Didn't give him much of a break. For those of you who also saw the billing, my dear stepdaughter, Erin Kellham, was supposed to be singing some backup and would have sung a solo right now, but she's lost her voice this week. I won't make a joke about finding it or something, but it just did. Anyway, Erin, we hope you get better soon, and we'll have her perform with us. Don't worry, sometime in the future. Oh, electric. All right, so we've had a zucchini bread song. Hopefully you had your zucchini bread. We had a Forsythia song. Forsythia just didn't sing, by the way. It was kind of like, plus I was trying to be like coy and I'd hide that it was about a Forsythia bush, and then I eventually just decided to just tell people, yeah, it's about a Forsythia bush. What's the big secret, Paul? Come on. This is a favorite of the Beatty kids back in Baltimore. Maybe they're tuning in. And I'll dedicate this to my friend Bunny and her friend Brian Dennehy, who apparently is known as the title of this song. But I didn't write about Brian at the time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Top of the stack, looking down on me. I'm a small pest to his plans, yeah, like a persistent flea. In this big school of fish, I'm a small fry in a pan, standing in the shadow of the big man. You can't see through. Now when that hurricane blows, it leaves me thrown to the sand, standing in the shadow of the big man. Of the big man, standing in the shadow of the big man, standing in the shadow of the big man, standing in the shadow of the big man. He owns half of the city. No mercy those who owe. I'm in debt to my ears. He takes all of my dough. No matter how much I save, I'm still a poor farm hand, standing in the shadow of the big man. Of the big man, standing in the shadow of the big man, standing in the shadow of the big man, standing in the shadow of the big man. ring. Live in the moment. Let your tunes out and ring. Don't be afraid to take a stand and stop standing in the shadow of the big man. Of the big man. Standing in the shadow of the big man. Standing in the shadow of the big man. Standing in the shadow of the big man. Of the big man, of the big man. Improv. Thanks so much. That's on my first album. Carl Rossetti does an amazing harmonica solo on that, on the original recording, and then I just learned to play a little lead guitar. Catches on that.
Yeah, it happens to me too on my guitar.
I think we got just 2 or 3 more songs. I want to make sure this is in tune for a surprise.
It's okay, we get overtime.
Sorry, guys. I'll find my capo. We'll be good. It's under forsythia bush. Well, Norm and I, by the way, again, the band, Norm Strassner on bass. Oh, the Norm Strassner fan club is here. That's very nice. All right. And just as much, let's give it up for Paul Christopherson. I mean, there's 2 Pauls on stage tonight. That's how much, how big a show this is. I mean, it's... Oh, and of course this needs... Guys, sorry. And then there's all these... This should be quicker. Anyway, Norm and I share some of the same background in our professions of video. Norm goes way back.
Careful.
Yeah.
Not way back.
Well, VHS. We'll give you VHS days.
No, actually, reel-to-reel Sony recorders, okay? Satisfied now?
So this is autobiographical about my my video career. It started thanks to my dad, and I was trying to write a song for my dad for years, and then this came out. It's just, it's for you, Dad, wherever you are in the spirit world. My daddy got me my first job with a Sony Portacam. Black and white, reel to reel, seemed so real at the time. golfers on the driving range watched the playback over and over. I just stood there dreaming how I was gonna spend all that paycheck. Oh, Daddy, see how we roll now. From Kodak to Codex, goodbye to fluttering wild. Whoa, Daddy, life is high def now. I showed my kids how to make stop motion with the Legos. They'd seen Peter Gabriel do it with a sledgehammer on MTV. Then they put me in a studio as a floor director, cueing the lady, reading all that was news. We turned chroma key blue. Oh, Daddy, see how we roll now. Kodak to Codex, goodbye to flutter and wild. Oh, Daddy, life is high def now. Every time I get behind a camera and put my headphones on, I think about how far and yet not so far that we've come. Everyone's got a camera in their pocket or purse. Take it out and capture you at your best and your worst. Oh, Daddy, see how we roll now. Kodak to Codex, goodbye to fluttering wild. Oh, Daddy, life is high def now. Oh, Daddy, life is high def now. Thanks. Thanks.
It's more of a forest than a stage.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's growing too.
It must be the Baltimore humidity that's coming through the internet that's turning my guitar out of tune. I don't know.
It's been pretty humid around here lately. For Colorado.
Oh, we got two more. All right, so this next one, we lived, I think, through some dystopian times, right? For the past year, maybe the past 4 years. And what I would rather live in is some utopian times, and how we can make this world a better place, and what would that look like, right? And so that's why you have some flags there. I'm thinking about, imagine a neighborhood where there's colored flags, all kinds of flags, and it's a welcoming neighborhood of all kinds of people. And what would that place look like and sound like? And what would you call it? Here it comes. And this has got a nice refrain you can sing along to. It's a row of houses with colored flags of every design. cares. No one is left out or left behind. There's no distrust on this avenue of empathy. Everyone shares the fruit of our given tree. So follow the red carpet leading to the friendly faces. There's all kinds of people here, different religions and races. You'll know you found it when your mail has a new postmark. This town is filled with people with big, big, big hearts. Come on and take my hand, join our band in love land. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, 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 love land. Here in Valentine's Lane, revels the nighttime and the day. We threw out our fears, found a new welcoming way. We firmly believe that hugs can do no harm. So look for us, the people, with the smiles and the open arms. Come on and take my hand, join our band in love land. Love, 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 love land. Oh, it's not a place to find by a map. You gotta look inside yourself to see just where it's at. And spread the affection wherever you go. Live your life like a handwritten letter filled with X's and O's. Come on and take my hand, join our band of love land. Love, 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 love land. Yeah, 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 yeah. Take my hand, join our band of love land. Love, 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 love land. Oh, thanks so much. We're going to do one more. I have a special guest coming up, Mr. David Devitt. Oh, you've heard of him. Should be in tune, Dave. I do my best. Crank it. It's time. You guys have been so nice listening to all of my original songs tonight and songs that friends have written, and I think it's nice to give back to you. So I'm now going to do a song that I didn't write, but by one of my favorite Beatles, George Harrison. George was a big uke fan, so I think it's appropriate to do this on uke. It may sound sad. I'll tell you the song. Isn't it a pity, right? But what if we turn around and say, let's share the love, you know? So there'll be a nice little sing-along at the end. I'll guide you when we get there. All right, final song of the night. Thanks again for coming out. We really appreciate you all. You've made it such a special night. Yes. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame how we break each other's hearts and cause each other pain? How we take each other's love without thinking anymore, forgetting to give back. Now isn't it a pity? Some things take so long, but how do I explain? I'm not too many people can see we're all the same. And because of all their tears, their eyes can't hope to see the beauty that surrounds us. Now isn't it a pity? Mr. David Devitt. Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame how we break each other's hearts, cause each other pain, how we break each other's love, not thinking anymore, forgetting to get back. you. Good night. Thanks so much.